So, Amelia, so if you were to spiral an animal, which animal would make the best spiraling material? Like which, like if you were to fully launch it, which animal do you think would hit that perfect classic? I don't know quarterbacks, but the best one at throwing spirals.
An armadillo, I would believe, only because of their shape.
Nah, I think it's too because like armadillos aren't really like they're not really they're round on the top, but they're flat on the. They taco if anything. I'm talking like full on, get the full rotation in it, and which one do you think would?
What animal would be more spherical for that? Like what animal fits that football shape that you're looking for?
Okay, so I have two answers, and I want your feedback on it. One, either a baby puppy.
Why a baby puppy?
Specifically like a pit bull breed, just because the short hair and they're kind of stubby. And I feel like if you really put it behind, like if you really put your arm behind it, it'll start, doing the whoop 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 all the way into the touch-up. Second answer. You gotta stay with me on this one. A fish. Like if you could get proper grip on that motherfucker, like actually just. I feel like because it's already like made to go through water fast. It'll go through air pretty fast too. You feel me?
And you think a fish is aerodynamic?
Absolutely. What did you want me to say? A bird? They'd have too much resistance with the wings. You feel me?
No, not if you wrap maybe like a rubber band or tie their wings up too.
That's crazy. Isn't that animal cruelty to tie up a bird's wings?
I mean, you just hypothetically said what would you do with what animal? So I'm just giving you what we could do.
You're a sick individual.
How am I a sick individual?
You're
talking about throwing a puppy. You're talking about throwing a puppy. So how am I the sick individual?
Well, because it's very simple. I gave a hypothetical situation on animal S to throw, and you obviously took it way too far when you mentioned tying up a bird's wings. What are we goddamn poachers here? That's cruel.
Bro, you literally just said you wanted to throw a puppy. Like it could have been anything else, bro. Like.
Anyway, I think that's where we call that cold opening. Welcome back to the second episode of the Sidequest podcast. That's right, people. We got renewed for a second episode. Crazy, I know.
Unfortunately, we didn't get canceled. Unfortunately.
And this time with added face cam, so you can see what each individual beautiful person up here looks like. If we don't decide to cut it afterwards. If you don't see people here, just forget everything I said. But if everything goes well, you will see at least one beautiful face because Emilio kinda ugly.
Nah, bro, you ugly. That's crazy. You're ugly. Bro, I almost got shit on, but alright.
So, here at the Sidequest podcast, we have 3 words to say to all of the people. 1, it's about time. 2, if you are easily offended, cry about it. We don't really care, to be honest. And 3, be nice to your neighbors. You never know when your neighbors. Okay, maybe not that 3rd one. Maybe I added that one. Do you have anything else you want to add? As my silent co-host at this point.
Hold on. No, I'm really logged in, bro. There's a guy on me. How did you die, bro?
I'm dead. Scorpion.
Where'd you go? Oh, crap.
I'm dead.
I'm not. Okay, so hold on.
Do you have anything you want to say to our adoring audience of however many are watching right now?
Any life updates that's been happening this week? Anything you want to give them?
Life updates. Not too many. I mean, me and Emilio went to see the new Minecraft movie that came out, so we're gonna get like a review on that a little later on. Other than that, I still. What?
Worst $30 I've ever spent.
Oh my god, that movie was fucking awful.
Worst
Yeah,
$30 I said.
For a little bit of context, I was told I shouldn't cuss as much because the first episode had to do a lot of editing. So I'm trying to hold myself back just to...
Bro, hold on. Do you see what the reboot van says? It says, reboot cards sold here. That's crazy.
Hey, yo! That means if you die again like you did last episode and don't say anything, I'll be able to reboot you. I'll be able to reboot you.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Do you have any life updates to tell the people?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm gonna die in the next 80 years.
Damn.
Doctor told me that I have this thing called adulthood.
Dang, is that contagious? I don't want to catch that.
Yeah, he says it's mostly contagious for people after the age of 18, which is crazy. I've never heard of it.
Crazy.
He said it's a long life, like struggling disease that we haven't even found a cure for.
Nah, I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna live till I'm 97, maybe 197. Haven't decided yet if I want to end at 100 too early. You feel me?
Yeah, you know.
So
making it to 100 is like making it to your 60s. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Did you hear they want to move back the retirement age to 79? I don't know about all these other people, but I ain't gonna be working till I'm 80. Fuck that. 65
either.
maybe. 65 maybe, so I can enjoy the sipping martinis, peeling bikinis, you know. So, do you have any game news?
Any game news? Anything that I've thought about lately? Let's see. The Nintendo Switch is supposed to be releasing, bro. I finally figured out what the price was on it.
It's $460.
No, it's like $450, bro. But there's supposed to be like this Mario edition coming out, bro. That thing's gonna cost $500.
Bruh, the new Switch games are gonna be $90. My guy,
yeah.
$90. I already don't want to pay for games when they're $70.
I know. I wait for them to go on sale.
You think I'm gonna be paying $90 per game? Hell no.
Sorry, the only game I didn't wait for it to go on sale was WWE 2K25. As soon as that thing came, like I was able to buy it, I bought it.
Yeah, you made me get it. I'm dead.
It's fun. How?
I died to a pickle. That pickle, to be honest. Now, can you res me before you kill him?
No. Yeah, come here.
I want to get the final kill.
No, sir.
There's an enemy.
Yeah, you're like you even got that crown. What you mean?
I got a heal. You can handle that, right? You got that.
There's 3. There's 4.
All right, you got that, right?
Eric.
You don't got that? I'm healing, my dude. What do you want me to do?
Help me. There's one here.
I'm fighting one right now. It's another fucking pickle. Hey, yo. I'm dead. Again.
Bruh.
Anyway.
Bruh. That's crazy. Anyways, back to the Nintendo Switch talk. So,
Black Myth Wukong, which is a game I've been really wanting to play, it's like $50 right now, and I still haven't bought it because it's expensive.
Yeah, bro, $90 for a game is crazy. Like, me personally, like I said, the only game I've only ever spent real money on was like...
Especially on the Switch, of all things! Them Switch graphics are buns!
I just want to see what all the hype is about. Why they're charging $90? Like, what kind of graphics do you have on that thing? You know what I'm saying?
They don't have any graphics. The reason why they're charging $90 for... Because here's the thing. With the new Switch coming out, they're also... they have an exclusive... which is the type of games that I want to play, called Dusk Bloods. And it looks like it's either a continuation, a remake, or Bloodborne, which has been the most asked game for FromSoft to do a remaster, a remake, or a sequel of, because they do that with they've done that with every other Souls game except for Bloodborne. just because Sony owns half of the rights and From Software owns half of the rights, and they haven't been able to with a like compromise to be able to do like any like it's all legal shit, which is why they can't either remaster it or remake it or make a sequel, right? But I don't know what Nintendo did, because Duskbloods looks like it's gonna be like a remake, remaster, or a sequel to Bloodborne, and I know that From Software fans will just eat that shit up for $90, $100. I'm not going to, as much as I would want to. I have this thing called not enough money, to be honest.
I make bad financial decisions.
Yeah, no. So I'm not going to be purchasing it, but I will be watching Let's Plays of it on YouTube like a fucking nerd. But the game news that I want to talk about is on the 11th. So maybe before or a little bit after this podcast releases, Season 2 of Marvel Rivals starts, which I am hyped for, because I really enjoyed. I've been playing since launch, so since Season 0 up until like Season 1, and then obviously Season 1.5, and now it's on to Season 2. But they're doing some big changes, like they're adding a new character every month, which is fucking insane. Because Overwatch only be adding a new character maybe like once every 9 months. So they're already doing fucking. What?
Now you're ready to play that.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited to play that.
Okay.
But sadly, my co-host doesn't share the same enthusiasm.
I'm sorry. I don't want to play Marvel Rivals.
You suck! The amount of games I played for you! I spent $80 on WWE for you!
You enjoyed it too. Shut up.
Not the point!
The point is, if you weren't gonna enjoy it, you wouldn't have actually bought it. Be real with yourself.
It's a free game! That's the thing! You don't have to pay anything! You know, one of these days, people, he's gonna play Marvel Rivals.
If enough people spam it in the comments, I will play it.
Don't say that, because we've already gotten 2 comments on our first YouTube video.
50 comments.
50 comments is crazy work.
I need 50 comments and 10 likes in order to play Marvel Rivals.
Selling yourself a bit short, aren't we?
It's a goal, right?
The goal. What's the goal?
Real players?
But yeah, that's what I'm really hyped for. Just because I think it's going to be lit.
Well, we just gotta wait and see, so.
Well, because they're adding like Emma Frost, and I know that in a month Ultron's gonna be added, and that's gonna be fucking lit. But no, like it. I think you would enjoy the game if you played it, but it's not everyone's cup of tea, unfortunately.
I don't drink tea. I drink Sprite, so you're right.
And as you can see, my co-host is still retarded. Anyway.
So,
this brings, do you have any other gaming news or any other, like, news that you're hyped for? Any other rumors that you want to talk about before we move on?
I didn't even research, like, the game reviews, to be honest, like, stuff.
I mean,
so I'm not sure what's coming out at the moment.
If we can move into a little bit of nerd shit, the Devil May Cry anime just came out on Netflix, and it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it's an enjoyable watch. Devil May Cry, obviously based on the video games, got made into an anime, and it's very good. All episodes are streaming right now on Netflix, and it's been a lot of fun for me personally.
Bro, how you gonna promo that show on here?
It's talking about video games / anything new. That's new. Again, I like to talk about nerd shit. Suck it.
Okay.
Anyway, moving on. Do you want to talk about wrestling first? Or
conspiracy corner?
Conspiracy corner? I was
Yes,
all right.
I have a few that I want to talk about honestly this week.
All right.
So,
all right, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving into our conspiracy corner. Cue the thunderous music and jump scare him right now.
No, right now.
No. Now, you'll never know when he's gonna edit that in. It might be right now. You know, with this face cam, I can just hold up my hand right here, and at any time he could just old woman screaming. So, you gotta stay sharp, people. Anyway, after the bullying of our small but very loyal audience,
bullying? I wouldn't consider it bullying.
How did he get down there?
Right here? I don't know, I followed this thing. There's a Mortal Kombat thing down there.
Yeah, I'm trying to... Oh. Yeah, I'm going. Anyway.
So,
but...
I got a conspiracy we can talk about.
I also have at least... I got two. But I'll let you go first.
Mine's with The Simpsons.
Alright.
How is it they can predict so much stuff? Like, what personally do you think? Like, do you think somebody actually already has figured out time travel and just does it and then came back to the past and was like, I'm gonna make a show? Like, what? I'm saying?
Nah. I think it's all coincidences.
You think it's coincidences? Not, because I think there's a theory. Like, there's just so much stuff.
There's definitely... Like, The Simpsons have been right. Like, an alarming amount of time.
Yeah, but, like, way before it even happened. Like, they kind of predicted 9/11. Kind of predicted, like, one of the Super Bowls. Like, it's just crazy, bro. They predicted...
they predicted President Trump. They predicted the assassination of John F. Kennedy. Like...
what's it called? Kobe dying in a helicopter crash. Like,
yeah, they predicted a lot of shit.
The bridge thing, the kids falling off on the bridge with the bus, like that. It's crazy.
Like, it's definitely.
So you're telling me it's all a conspiracy, or are we just living in a Simpsons world? Like, you know what I'm saying?
A Simpsons world? Explain that.
Like, I at one point thought we were NPCs in a world.
You would think you were an NPC.
Well, clearly I'm not, because I ain't died yet, so I'm not. I'm the main character, bro. Chill out.
Says the co-host of the podcast.
All right, whatever.
Anyway, we're moving on to a. Yeah,
no, we're not moving on. Back to the conspiracy theory. Hold on.
Wait, no, we're going on to a more, a better conspiracy theory.
Oh, bro, listen, bro. Like,
all right,
you can't tell me that's all a coincidence. You can't tell me that's all coincidental.
But it's weird, definitely. But we don't have an explanation on it right now.
What's your theory on it? What's your thought behind it? What's your thought process behind it? Like, explain that to me.
Okay, so I think they throw a lot of shit at the wall, and eventually 2 or 3 things are gonna stick. Like, they make
things are gonna stick. But so what? The government turns that into real things and makes that things actually happen, or like what? Like,
no, obviously not. I think it's the aliens feuding over the Muffin Men. But who's the mastermind? It can't be the gnomes. They've had a truce with the elves for generations. I'm making fun of you if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, I was, but I'm kind of locked in a little bit too.
Damn, we kind of killed those motherfuckers in unison.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want this sniper?
Yes. Can see every day.
Anyway, but regarding like why it happens, no idea. Maybe
It's
there's.
just weird. Like it's just like you don't see it as weird.
Oh, it's definitely a little weird. Also, there's a purple
Like,
sniper
bro, they
right here.
predicted the coronavirus, cuz.
Hey, my guy, purple sniper. Purple sniper.
Coronavirus is what I'm trying to tell you here. They predicted
Right.
that shit. Hold on. You take
Well,
the purple sniper for right now.
yeah, I mean, it's definitely weird. Do I think there's something nefarious going on? Absolutely. But then again, it could also just be that, you know, two breadsticks look like the Twin Towers, and then they fell over. Like,
But you're not getting at it. Like, how did they know? Like, bro, it's just crazy because they know exact like moments, exact dates, exact how things are. Like,
well, they never
happen.
really get anything exact. It's always like if you look at it, tilt your head and squint your eyes a little bit.
It's not
But
always like that. Hold on. It's not always like that.
I never said always, but most of the time it is. Sometimes they
No.
hit shit. Sometimes they hit shit on the
like
head.
the thing with the Trump and the like everything like that. Like that was pretty crazy. That was on the nail. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get you. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it much, to be honest.
Yeah, shit was something to think about, bro. Because like that's just to me, that's just crazy. That's what I personally think.
Have you heard? All right, can we move on to my conspiracy?
I guess, Eric, we can move on.
I mean, we can keep talking about The Simpsons, but if you don't have anything else to add to it, we're just gonna be like talking in circles. You feel me?
Well, I mean, like, I'm just like,
No, it's definitely weird. Don't get me wrong. Like, you're absolutely right in the fact that, you know, something's going on, but
exactly like.
in like
I want to know
shit.
what. I just can't wait till somebody comes out and tells us what our government's doing. Exactly.
They have, and you know what? You know what happened to them? Like a week later,
They died.
they died. Are we shooting at the same card?
Yeah.
Did you hear like speaking of like
Move, Eric.
governments being told to shut up? Have you heard of like the Admiral Burr shit that happened in like the 70s? This isn't the conspiracy theory I want to talk about, but like it's just something that has, you know, it's relevant to what we were talking about a minute ago. So
Okay. Go ahead.
so Admiral Burr, right? He was in the military. I don't exactly know which branch off the top of my head, but he was a captain and he was tasked to go to Antarctica to do something. I think he was like observing or something, right? And he took his entire squad to Antarctica.
Right.
And you know, I assume they found whatever they were looking for because he came back to the country and was immediately discharged from the military. Granted, this is a dude with like 20, 30 years of experience. Like, immediately discharged, and they basically told him to shut up about what he saw. What he saw, he has never told anybody. But obviously, it's got to be something. You feel me? Like, it is weird. It leads into the whole Hollow Earth conspiracy theory, like Agartha type shit, which is a deep dive that we can get in another day, because I will need to do a lot more research on that, because I know the basics, but not enough to inform anybody else about it. You know what I mean?
Do the right here.
Alright. A conspiracy theory that I found out about today is, you know the furniture brand Mayfair?
Mayfair or was it Wayfair? Isn't it Wayfair or Mayfair? Right?
Wayfair.
Right. I was like Wayfair.
Wayfair. So you know the furniture brand, right? You know, Wayfair got just what I need.
Mm-hmm.
Anything. Anyway, so a few years ago, right? Also, I should preface this beforehand. This was debunked, but a lot of the evidence really speaks for itself, which is why I don't exactly believe that it was like debunked in the way like as cleanly as a lot of people are thinking. You know what I mean? So basically what happened was a few years ago, people noticed that if you scrolled far enough on the Wayfair website, all of the prices of of all of the thingamabobbers, like of all the furniture, right, would get really expensive and like have really weird names to it. So like the same desk that would be like 200 bucks earlier on in the websites would now be like $19,000.
I wonder what crossed the mind of somebody, like the curiosity to be like, let me just keep on scrolling until I get to the very bottom instead of like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I get you. I have no idea what would possess someone to want to do that. But they also noticed that they weren't named the same way that they were early on. So like maybe it was called like a fucking a shaman like shelf or whatever, right?
Right.
They found that it would be named Michaela 5 dash shaman shelf $20,000.
So they're giving these like
or
things names, like human names or something like that, or what?
Or like Allison, Annabelle storage cabinet, Alaya storage cabinet, Pepper 5 shelf storage cabinet for $13,000, or Alyssa 7 storage cabinet.
Was this proven?
Like,
did you go to court? Was there a court case for this or anything?
No. So basically, what happened is, like people started noticing that, like, hey, yo, this is really weird, right? Obviously. And like people would notice, like, hey, this one was this like furniture was just updated like a week ago, right? This Annabelle 5 shelf storage for $10,000, right? Someone noticed like 3 weeks ago a girl named Annabelle Wilson, age 5, went missing. And like it happened a few more times, like Shamaya 5 for $13,000. And then it's cut with like news articles that said Shamaya Merman missing teen from Columbus, Ohio. And like,
I wonder where the Wayfair like main office is at though.
So like we're gonna put up a picture of like some of these things next to like the missing posters. Like this one says like Kayla 5 shelf for $13,000.
I'm not gonna put people's kids on there. No.
Well, no, we're not gonna put the kids on there, but we're just gonna we're gonna put up a picture of like the product. And like the weird names, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But like, basically, what had happened is Wayfair said, "That's weird. We don't do that," and then kind of left it alone. And now apparently that stuff isn't on the website anymore. So people are like,
"So they took it all.
What the fuck happened?" Yeah, but that doesn't stop the fact of, you know, maybe they moved it to a different website, you know?
True. Facts.
But yeah, that's the Wayfair website. That's the Wayfair child trafficking conspiracy theory. It's weird. Like it was like quote unquote debunked, but it is like it has odd like it's odd, right? I'm not tripping about that. Like a lot of the
It is kind of weird though. Like people even went so much research to look into like even missing kids posters. But what I want to know where this, I guess you can say the corporate office or whatever it would be at.
yeah.
Because if it's like in the same area that these kids are disappearing, I mean, there should be a court case behind this, bro. There should be more looking into all this, bro, because that's just crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely weird. Like don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But another fuck, I died. Another conspiracy theory that I want to talk about. The small painter, he's very indie, so I don't know if you would have. Called Bob Ross.
Yeah. So if this is a conspiracy thing I've heard of is that he painted like he's a murderer, like supposedly a serial killer, and like he's painting.
So you have heard of it.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
so apparently, at least you've heard of it before.
Yeah.
So apparently, in all of Bob Ross's landscapes, right, they have found at least one body buried there. How true that is, I don't know. But it's definitely like just an interesting little thing to like look into. You feel me?
It is because like
Big.
Because if there's, I think people have found like pictures and stuff like that, like scenes he's actually painted, and like they actually found bodies there or something like that.
Yeah, no, that's what started it, right?
But I don't know, could be
But
Photoshop, so I'm not, can't believe everything you see on the internet. So
yeah, no, I get you. But like Bob Ross has painted so many landscapes. Like imagine if there was a body
at every single one of them,
at every single one of them.
And that was just his
like, don't get me wrong.
He did it or what?
What?
And that's just his way of telling us he did it or what?
That's his way of confessing, I guess, like subtly. I don't know. I don't believe it just because I love Bob Ross. Like
it's just there's not enough.
It's just a happy little bush. We're all just happy accidents type shit. But
like you gotta.
I mean, it is a little.
It's little.
Like if it was true, that show would be crazy.
Because that means they would have to go through all his paintings to see, like, they would have to find all these exact locations.
Yeah, and he paints a lot of landscapes. I don't know if you've noticed.
Exactly. So, like,
but he's kind of a big deal.
My point.
So, do you have any other conspiracy theories that you want to talk about before we move on?
9/11 was an inside job.
All right, what's your proof?
Bro, look at the facts. Just look at all the facts that there's there. Bro, like how, like, it was an inside. It's how do the towers crumble like that? They don't just crumble like that. Like if you look at places getting demolished and then you look at how the Twin Towers fell, very similar, bro.
So you think it was like an insurance scam thing?
No, but more as a tactic to go to war, more as like an excuse to go to war. Like I don't know, like that's what I feel like it was more or less. But we're not gonna talk about that. Eric, are you a prop?
Yes, I am.
You just want to tell me where you're at?
No, I don't. But I'll tell you if you get close. So, we're going to move on from our conspiracy corner. Ooh, last minute jump scare. If that's not edited in, I'm going to be so sad. So, we have a few more subjects that we want to talk about. So, I'll leave it up to you. Do you want to talk about do you want to do our review of the Minecraft movie since we are playing? a Minecraft themed prop hunt.
I'm down. I'm down to talk about the Minecraft movie.
So, the Minecraft movie. Oh my god. Where do we start?
I could have spent $30 somewhere else.
I could have... Doing crack would have been a less waste of money. It was so bad that I think the funniest part of the movie was the jokes I was making.
It's just...
Like, this... So the Minecraft movie is a movie about a grown man who is unhappy with his life. So he went to dig in a mine.
Hold on.
And then he found...
Spoiler alerts for anybody who hasn't seen the movie.
Oh.
Steve.
So spoiler alerts for anyone who hasn't seen the movie. It's about this 30-year-old dude who got bored working at... Where did it say he was working? Like, what was his full-time job before he became homeless?
What do you mean, who?
Steve.
Because
that's how it starts.
I don't recall. No, you recall that it started as him being a kid.
He was like an accountant or something.
Right.
Right. Oh, I'm one of the last props alive. Hey, yo, I'll give you a hint. I'm in the field. So he's unhappy with his current job. So he goes to dig in a mine. And there he finds the Tesseract from Marvel.
Why'd your voice go?
Because that's...
Hold on. Why did you get so scared? Who's that close to you?
No one.
Nah, bro, you got a little shaky over there.
Steve.
Anyway, so he finds the Tesseract from Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
And he finds the Earth Crystal is what it's called. So he puts them together, and it opens a portal to Minecraft.
It was just...
And there he suffers from the crippling loneliness that comes with being alone for years. So he adopts a dog named Dennis. This dog will become a big point of
It would become a POI of the movie. Point of interest.
person of the dog of interest. And let me just tell you that this dog you can find anywhere in the world. Like, at the end of the movie, they tame an army of them. Right? And I just want you to know the abundance of Dennises in this world. Right? So Steve and Dennis go on, living life lavishly, and eventually they discover the Nether. And in the Nether, there's a bunch of depressed people. There's a bunch of depressed people who don't like that the overworld builds things. I'm being accurate so far, right?
Yeah, it's just... I'm kind of disappointed that I spent $30. I mean, that was...
Oh, God!
That was it. That was the outcome.
Anyway, so they capture Steve because they want the Tesseract
Steve.
from...
Why'd you get quiet? Who's near you?
I'm stuck.
You want to do something where
Help me! I'm stuck! Oh. I got unstuck. Let me go back to my hiding spot. I won! Let's go!
That's
Fuck
crazy.
all of you guys!
That's crazy.
You want me to show you where I was hiding?
Not really. That's alright.
Anyway, so, they capture him, and then they take the cube. So he gets the cube back, and he sends his dog to
the real world
go
to get somebody
to the real world to hide the crystal.
Correct.
So obviously the dog, somehow finds Steve's old house even though he's never been there before.
That's just crazy.
And
off of a smell. That's crazy.
Puts it under his bed like any good dog would. And then it gets found because hiding something under a bed is not very sane, you feel me? So obviously it gets sold in an auction. And that's where we meet the main cast of characters, Jason Momoa, an annoying kid, his sister, and then a realtor / mini zoo owner. Am I missing anything so far?
No.
Alright, so Jason Momoa, he was like a big deal in the 90s because he was good at a game, and he was called like the Trash Man.
Garbage Man or something like that.
Something like that. So the kid and his sister move into bumfuck nowhere, Idaho, where their only good job is A, being a shitty teacher, or B, working at the potato chip factory, or owning a zoo. I'm looking at you, black lady, who he will put a picture of right now. This lady right here, the best character in the movie because she doesn't know what's happening.
He doesn't know what's happening. Is crazy.
Anyway, so they find themselves the kid first day of school. Everyone's like, "You're a nerd, get out of here," whatever, right? Classic bully stuff. And he's like, "Bitch, I can make a jetpack." And they're like, "Yeah, right." So he tries to make a jetpack. And of course the school bullies be like, "Yo, if this works, well, he'll be cool, and we don't want that, so we're gonna do a snip on one wire that he'll never know about." Anyway, so this kid builds a jetpack out of trash, mind you. Garbage. Builds a functioning jetpack. And launches it, and of course because that one wire snipped, it shoots out at a high speed right into the mascot of the potato chip factory. And the first thing I thought of is I can already see that jetpack flying into the Twin Towers.
You're fired.
No, you know those edits though, right? We'll put up an edit right now. The one of Buzz Lightyear. It's like, we're not aiming for the truck. Boom, right into... It's gonna be turned into one of those edits super quickly. And I'm so here for it.
I'm Steve.
Are you a hunter or are you still hiding?
I'm a hunter. You can tell me where you're at if you want to. That's cool.
In the field. I am by trees. You want me to tell you what I'll give you one hint. Do you want me to tell you the area I am or what I am?
Where are you at, Eric?
I am on the fucking right side of the map on a field by a fence.
So I've been near you.
I died.
Oh.
I died.
I
So it killed me.
I was like, dang, you've been something. I've been near you. That's crazy.
Anyway, so after that lovely edit of Buzz Lightyear flying through the Twin Towers was just played, that jetpack is definitely going to be edited into the Twin Towers eventually. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so Jason Momoa, the trash man, or the garbage man, my bad, goes to a storage auction because he's broke. Buys Steve's old room.
Bro, how am I still not a prop? Bro, why can't I be a prop?
Hey, it's me and you, my guy.
I can't
Anyway.
hear the name, so I'm just gonna listen to you.
But he buys Steve's old room because apparently there's a box with like a retro gaming system that would be worth a lot of money, and he needs the money because he's broke. And so he buys the thing, opens the box, and there's not a gaming system in there. It's the MacGuffin that gets you into Minecraft. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It is, so the kid, after he blows up the potato chip factory mascot, he like, you need to call a guardian because he's about to get expelled, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also, like, earlier in the movie, the kid had gone into Jason Momoa's shop to I guess say hi. It didn't really explain it too well. I think he just stopped by. I think he just stopped in because he thought it was cool. Anyway, but they Jason Momoa offers life coaching classes for $50 an hour, which is crazy work. Also, because shit, I would never pay anyone $50 an hour to do anything. Right? Like, what's one profession you would pay $50 an hour for? Like, surgeon, definitely, right?
$50 for a surgeon. It's kind of a little pricey. I think I just do it by myself. I'll DIY it. You know what I'm saying? DIY.
DIY heart surgery is crazy.
They're gonna be like, "Hey, Emilio." They're gonna be like, "Hey, Emilio, we need you to come perform a heart surgery right now." All right, let me watch a quick YouTube video real quick.
Let me watch a 5-minute crafts video.
For real, let me hop on YouTube real quick. Is it open heart surgery? Like, what kind of heart? Like, what is it? What am I doing? Like, taking it out? Or, like, I need to know. I know exactly what to look up.
It. Anyway, but
what?
There's a tomato. Tomato on the run. Anyway, so like, he doesn't want to disappoint his sister, so he calls Jason Momoa to pretend to be his guardian. So he's like, "Hey, can you pretend to be my uncle?" And Jason Momoa says like the first funny line in this entire movie. Mind you, it's been like 30 minutes since this movie started, and he's like, "No, I don't do that anymore."
What did he say?
Which means that he's definitely pretended to be an uncle at least once or twice. Anyway, the kid offers him $20, and you know, it's not gay. It's not gay, but $20 is $20. You know. So obviously he shows up at the school. And this is where we meet the funniest bit, and it's the vice principal, who just, for a PG-13 movie, is overly horny, right?
Yes. But...
She just wants the dick. Like, she was talking to, like, the trash man, or garbage man, whatever his fucking name is. And she's like, "I let you put me in a bag and put me on the corner any day."
He was
like,
bro, but
like just
okay. Let's just leave it at that.
Hey, we're gonna leave it at that. So eventually, you know, they find themselves in the Minecraft because they find a note with like the crystal that says like, "Yo, don't come here," but there's treasure. There's treasure here, but yeah, like, don't do it. Right? Like, there's It's like telling a 4-year-old, "Hey, I know there's cookies, but like, you don't want cookies. Like, cookies aren't good." Obviously, the 4-year-old's gonna eat the cookies. So they find themselves in the Minecraft world, and because the sister's like, "Hey, yo, why is my brother hanging out with a 30-year-old?" She and the black chick also end up in Minecraft.
Oh yeah, because they followed him.
And
They like
yeah, they follow him. Well, like he got pulled in.
yeah because
Well, like he got pulled in.
he got put into
to
the crystal and she attracted him.
Yeah, they were like holding on to him.
Correct.
And honestly, I feel like I'm getting an aneurysm trying to explain this fucking movie.
Okay, but in other words, so they end up going into the Minecraft world, and then Jack Black, who is Steve in the movie, ends up
He's like, "I am Steve."
basically gets released from. He's held captive by the people in the Netherlands. Gets released for them to go retrieve the orb, was what they called it, the Earth Crystal.
Yeah,
And in that
which
process,
would,
they were going to
which would
retrieve it.
destroy the world, by the way.
And within the process,
And he was just gonna do that for a dog.
yes, because they thought he had killed his dog. Because gotta watch the movie to be honest to see what I'm talking about. But
I wouldn't recommend anyone watch this movie.
in the end, let's just put it like this: they had built a whole army of dogs, iron golems. Like, if you have basic Minecraft knowledge or played the game a decent amount of time, or seen it being played, you would understand.
Yeah, Jason Momoa diverts them because, he wants the diamonds.
Greed takes over. Greed.
They had a few cameos of, like, famous Minecraft YouTubers. Like, all in all, it was like a 3 out of 10.
All in all, a 3 out of 10.
Generous 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10 is crazy.
Do you have a better score for it?
Mm-mm.
Anyway, so they had a funny subplot with the villager escaping to the real world and getting hit by the vice principal, who overly horny for a PG-13 movie.
Overly
horny.
Popped a women's Viagra before she started filming.
Oh God! But it gets to like they also do the most shameless plug ever. Like I know a lot of places like advertise by just showing a card for like a split second too long, where you're like, they're getting paid to do this, right? But I've never heard a movie just outright do an ad mid-movie. That, like, this lady, like, full-on vehicular manslaughters this poor villager. Luckily, he didn't die. But she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I hit you with my Jeep Grand Cherokee 600. It usually has
20
great
times.
handling.
Like 10 times within 2 sentences is crazy.
They did say it like 12 times in like quick succession. And she was like, it usually has great handling. I wasn't paying attention because the car is too good of a handling to let that happen. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
All in all.
So her and the villager fuck.
Eric thinks they fucked, but okay.
The end credit scene is literally that, like, her love when she hit me with that Jeep Grand Cherokee 600 with great handling. It sparked an everlasting love, and now I speak human and she speaks villager. And she's like, ha ha ha. And like the subtitles like, I'm so grateful to my Jeep Grand Cherokee 600 for introducing me to the love of my life.
Like, they just made a whole infomercial if they wanted to fuck with Jeep.
Oh God!
A whole infomercial from the villager probably would have got you a lot of sales.
Oh God! Hey yo, that Jeep Grand Cherokee 600, great handling. You feel me?
Great handling. You shouldn't even have to handle it yourself.
And then at the end of the movie, they like, and this is what happened to all the kids, and like the main character kid like built a jetpack that actually worked and flew to school, and probably still got his ass beat afterward. Because the way the bullies were looking at him, they're like, yeah, we're gonna kick your ass. Try to craft your way out of that one, loser. So the next day, little Timmy went and crafted the AK-47.
I'm dead.
So moving on. How does this crafted lead taste, bitch?
Right.
Anyway, do you want to have our little debate, or you want to talk about wrestling?
Either way, I'm down with either way. Whichever one you're ready to move on to.
All right, so it's time to ring the bell.
Let's get it.
So, the wrestling we are talking about is the one that happened on April 8th, 2025.
April 8th or April 7th, bro? Because yesterday was the 7th.
April 7th, 2025. So we're gonna finish up last week's, by the way, because I said we were. Not a lot of other things happened last week. You had the double disqualification from Io Sky and Rhea Ripley because they pissed off Bianca Belair too much.
Which was
You had the tag team between Penta, Braun Breaker, Dominic Mysterio, and Finn Balor that ended in Braun Breaker sparing his own teammate, which cost them the loss, which pissed off Penta. You had the the Jimmy Uso versus Gunther fight, which ended in Gunther covered in Jimmy Uso's blood.
That was crazy.
Metal as fuck, by the way.
That's crazy.
Don't do it. Oh no, he pointed the gun in my face! So that all leads to, like, today's Raw.
Yesterday's Raw.
Yesterday's Raw. Which basically was a continuation. Like, basically what we said last week happened with Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Bianca Belair all having a triple threat match in WrestleMania.
Who do you think's gonna win that?
Honestly, I think they're gonna give it to Io Sky.
Why? Just because of the way they're pushing it to the side and stuff like that, and like, or what?
Yeah, just the way they're like disregarding her to make the Bianca and them beef bigger, or make Bianca win and still have Rhea Ripley like beat the shit out of her until SummerSlam.
True.
You know what I mean?
Very true. We can go either way. With who do you think is gonna win the way? Four-way between Penta, Dominic Mysterio.
Penta, Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, and Braun Breaker. They're doing a fatal four-way for the IC Championship, and I think that they're pushing Penta way too much. That they're going to have Penta win because, like, Dom gets in Finn Balor's way.
So you think that Finn Balor and Dominic are going to get in his way?
And then letting, like, Penta pin one of them. Because, like, for a Fatal 4 you don't need to pin Braun Breaker. It's the first one.
Yeah, first one to get pinned. Win.
So I think that at first it's going to start with them teaming up with each other. Right, Dominic Mysterio and Finn Balor kind of, like, dominating a little bit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then Dom is going to get in Finn Balor's way. which is going to cause a momentary distraction, which is going to let either Penta or Braun Breaker take it, which is going to make Finn Balor leave the Judgment Day like he's already kind of leaning to now.
Right.
And then we're going to get Demon Finn Balor at SummerSlam for the IC title.
Yeah, so I feel like they give it to Dominic Mysterio.
You think they're going to give it to Dom?
Yeah.
Why?
I just want to see what they do with it. I want to see what kind of story they can tell with it.
I want to see Dom as a singles champion, but I want to see Penta win.
Nope.
Just because I'm really enjoying the way Penta has been performing recently. You know what I mean?
What do you think CM Punk's... what do you think Seth Rollins' favor is going to be?
It's definitely going to have CM Punk. Definitely going to have Paul Heyman betray both the tribal chief and the pussy boy. And join him. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But then again...
what?
I don't really know.
I feel like I told you, I've been telling people for weeks now. Seth Rollins is going to take the wise man Paul Heyman into his corner, basically against his will, in a way, because that's the favor he owes him, or whatever he's going to say.
He's gonna take that boy against his will. It's crazy.
Nothing else really interesting happened on Raw this week.
Fuck you, you stupid ass apple, giving away my hiding spot.
But to be honest, nothing really interesting happened on Raw this week.
I mean, Jey Uso confronted Gunther and like, yo, I was afraid of you, but not anymore. But yeah, nothing interesting really happened. Next week's Raw, though, is gonna be kind of pretty. Oh, the Logan Paul, AJ Styles match at WrestleMania was confirmed.
Oh yeah, I got my money on.
So that one's gonna be fun.
Logan Paul. Not that I'm a Logan Paul fan, but it's just
he's a good wrestler.
Exactly.
Like his
signature get that pulverizer. You know what I'm saying?
That pulverizer gonna hit on. Anyway, so that has been all from Ring the Bell. So ref, do a 3 count as we exit. On to our next segment. It's gonna be our last segment of the day. We got beef. We're picking a fight today. We have a little debate topic that we're gonna talk about, and you let us know who win in the comments. So, with the recent news that's been all over the internet in the past 2 days of them de-extincting the direwolf with 3 puppies, Romulus, Remus, and Titus, do you agree with them de-extincting more species? Because the person behind it has already revealed the next 3 animals that they plan on de-extincting. The next one being woolly mammoth, that they already have some progress on because they made woolly mice. So they plan on impregnating a elephant soon enough to get woolly mammoths. And then they want to bring back the dodo bird. And then they want to bring back the Tasmanian tiger. And they said, past that, the sky's the limit. That was a direct quote, by the way.
So,
do you agree with them just bringing back extinct species? Yes or no?
Yeah.
I stand firmly on the depends category.
Yes, that's where I stand firmly on, because I stand on the yes and no, but I stand more on the no side because, like, well, first of all, these are going to be, what's it called, domesticated, I guess you can say, in a form or matter or way, right? I'm guessing because they're going to do more research and do more and more.
No, I think after they create stable ones, I think they release them.
I just don't understand why. Like, I figured you would want to do more research or something. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they definitely are, but eventually they're going to release them. So The direwolf is to a wolf what a wolf is to a husky. A direwolf's about 3 times bigger than a gray wolf. And they brought them fuckers back.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but why? Like,
I agree with them bringing back extinct species, specifically because I want to eat them.
What did he
I
say?
want to eat something that's okay. Whatever. You know what? You do you.
So,
But hold on.
No,
I'm saying
no.
Hold on. I'm saying no because like, one, those animals were born. They were made. We weren't even on. Humans weren't even anything to them.
exactly. Imagine how they would taste.
Bro, they are. What's it called? Let me put it like this.
Probably delicious.
No, not worry about how they taste or what they look like.
I want to eat a woolly mammoth. I want to eat a T-Rex.
So you're telling me, what if a T-Rex just gets loose, bro, and all of a sudden we're terrorized by a T-Rex?
We have guns. This isn't like
It
Jurassic
shouldn't
Park,
have
my
to
dude.
get to that point though, Eric, because not everybody has a gun. So you expect everybody to defend themselves?
We have an AK-47.
Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to get to my point that's my point exactly. Like, what if they get to that point, they just start making all these other, like bringing back these extinct dinosaurs, just and eventually take like world domination? You know, think about it.
No, I didn't. I don't really think about it like that. For the specific reason is I want to eat a Galapagos turtle.
No.
No. Hear me out. The Galapagos turtle is said to have the best tasting meat in the world. We ate it to extinction in 10 years after discovering it. How good did that turtle taste? I want them to progress to where they can... I see Galapagos turtle in the goddamn supermarket. I can cook me up a Galapagos steak every weekend. I want to get to that point. I want to get to the point where we're bringing back T-Rexes just for slaughter. I want a T-Rex brisket. I want dino ribs made from dinosaurs. I want to eat Stegospike. Give me the dinosaur with 500 teeth. But I want to get to a point where they are mass producing these animals for slaughter. Yo, vegans care about like, hey, don't eat the cows, bitch. I want to eat the dinosaurs. Don't eat the sheep. Don't eat the pigs. Bitch, I want to eat a giant panda.
I don't know. I can't do that because like, why are we bringing them back? Why? What are we doing? Proving science that we can bring back people or what?
Exactly. We can do it. Doesn't mean we should do it, but hey, I want to see how it tastes.
Why are we doing it?
Make me a barbecue dinosaur, a dinosaur barbecue.
Is that gonna be the new normal in like 20 years? Hey, can you go make me you don't have a...
Hey, yo, how do you want your T-Rex cooked?
How do you want your
medium rare, please?
How do you want your pterodactyl wings?
Exactly. Tame them bitches. Start flying around on big ass pterodactyls.
That's what I'm saying. Ooh, gas saver. Flying cars.
Hey, yo. Start driving around on fucking saber-tooth tigers.
Okay.
You're coming around to the idea now.
Maybe I don't know. It's positive benefits.
And plus, imagine
these are very hypothetical due to the fact that these are animals that are like very
extinct.
Not extinct, but very like.
And I know a T-Rex would taste like a chicken.
Predatorial, bro.
I know T-Rex would taste like chicken.
Predator.
You know why?
Why?
Do you know what the living version of a T-Rex is these days?
Chicken.
A chicken.
That's crazy.
I bet some buffalo T-Rex would go crazy.
I'm dead. That's crazy.
Tell me I'm wrong, though. Tell me you wouldn't try a T-Rex steak.
I mean, yeah, maybe.
I want to bring these majestic animals back from the brink of destruction to eat them. Like any good American should.
So you just want to bring them back so you can eat them. That's all you want to do.
Yes, I want to eat all of these extinct animals. Because because I think they would taste good. I think they would taste delicious.
Delicious, bro. I got the G spot.
I think they would taste delectable.
See, we're not like. There's no like. I just don't understand why. Why would they be doing
You don't agree with my callousness. I get it.
I just
You've been raised.
I just don't agree with them bringing back shit that should have died. Like, if it's dead, it's dead. Period. Like, I don't know why you're bringing it back.
But, like, the direwolves, we killed them. The woolly mammoths, we killed them. The dodo birds, we killed them. The Tasmanian tiger, we killed them.
How did
the Galapagos turtle, we killed them. We hunted them. We ate them. I want to do that.
Oh my.
It's not fair that our ancestors did it, and I'm not able to.
But that's just
I want to eat a Galapagos turtle.
fair. Okay, fair.
I want to eat a dodo bird.
Fair. Okay.
If you have any other debate topics that you guys would like us to argue about, leave them in the comments. And do we have time for a game? I don't think we do. So,
Today.
thank you for joining us on our second episode of the Sidequest podcast. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more. Do you have any encouraging words that you would like to say to our lovely audience for the first time?
Bro, if y'all haven't gone to McDonald's and got that Minecraft meal, I suggest you do, bro. They have apparently they have like, what's it called? This is like free promo, but
We're not getting paid for this, by the way.
no, but I suggest it. Big Mac or 10 piece, bro. I go with the Big Mac all the time. Anyways,
The Big Mac sucks.
bro, did you know that they have codes for skins on the game? Just so you know.
Anyway,
peace out.
be sure to, like I said, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We'll catch you on our next side quest. Thank you for watching. Goodbye!